Hi there, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I want to say right up front, if you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the content on this channel, please consider subscribing. And of course, I love to hear comments down below. Now, quick disclaimer before we get started. This is a palette collection video. I am doing this video because I think it's fantastic to have a chance to see from various folks in the beauty community on YouTube what it is that we own and from which manufacturers and how much we have from the various cosmetics companies. It is not a show-off video, it is not a brag video, it is simply information, just like I love to consume that kind of information from other beauty YouTubers. I hope you enjoy the walkthrough. There are both eye palettes and face palettes, and without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into it. Enjoy. I cannot believe it, but I have that much Urban Decay. Let's start with the Naked series. So I have the Naked 1, the Naked 2, the Naked 3, which I have not really touched yet, but it's on my list. The Naked 4. Now these 4 I got in a vault, all 4 at the same time for a really great price last Christmas. So that's why I have all of them that are fairly new. And then the Smoky palette was on clearance as it's been discontinued. But out of the 4, I really like this one. The next favorite would be the original Naked. Then I went for the Jean-Michel Basquiat collection, and I have all 3. Now this is a face palette I will leave for later, but I'll just give you a sneak peek right here. This is what it looks like. I'll put it on in the face product video. Alright, so we have this first palette, which is surprisingly enough not the one I used the most, even though I'm a naturals girl. This is the Beauty with an Edge palette. The next one is, let's get that out of the way. Oh, sorry, I thought that was the name of the palette. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I guess we'll just move right along. I thought they had 2 different names. Anyway, and this is the second one. They probably have 2 different names, I just don't have them. I use this one a whole lot more. I love these 3 shades. I absolutely love this one. And actually this shade is probably the reason why I didn't get that most recent UD collab, because this one really does it for me and I don't feel I need some more. Keeping on with the colorful shadows, I did pick up the Urban Spectrum. I quite like the shades on the bottom, not so much the shades on top, although I've made some good use of a couple of them. I thought I would love Protest, and it's one of my least favorite because it clashes with my green eyes. Oh well. The next one is the Full Spectrum, and this one out of the 2 is my preferred. Now it came with faded a little bit broken, so, but it was not enough for me to worry about it. And I really have enjoyed these shades on that side the most. Did a really nice sunset look with these shades and quite enjoyed it. And of course I cannot get enough of that neon green. That seems to be my favorite color out of palettes. So really using this quite a bit this month. I also have the Naked Ultimate Basics, and one that I don't have here at my disposal but that I also do have is the Naked Mini, the Naked Basics one. I also have picked up the Heavy Metals palette. And I know some people are not crazy about the packaging, but I've said in a previous video, I really like this packaging. I'll put these back later. Another vault that I managed to get was the Tarte Tartelette vault, and this is the one so far that I have used quite a bit. The original Tartelette, really quite like it. You can see some of the faded Tarte logos here. I have not touched, you can see that plastic will come off. I have not touched this one. Yeah, I have not touched this one yet, but I will be focusing on Tarte next month. And this one as well that I have not touched is the Toasted palette, and I quite like the colors in here. I know it will be a no-brainer to use them. One that I have abused a little bit is this Tartiste Pro To Go, and this one made me think of getting the bigger one, the Tartiste Pro, but I really think that this is enough Tarte for now. If the Tartiste Pro were to go like 50% off, I'd probably get it, but for now that's good enough. I have yet to try these Makeup Forever palettes. Just get rid of all these plastic pieces. So this is a very shimmery palette, and so when I saw exactly how shimmery it was, I did pick up a second one. This one right here, which is all matte. So I think that they're a good combo to work together, and I'm looking forward to doing some looks with those two palettes. I've really been focusing on Urban Decay as a brand this month, but I'm moving to Tarte and definitely will be doing Makeup Forever. I did pick up last year these Estee Edits. Now this was supposed to be more for face, but I really like it for eyes. And also I love these colors for evening wear. Oh my goodness, they are gorgeous. Like so nice. Like look at that. How can you not love that color? So I do enjoy those. I also picked up some Lorac. Got some more here. So one larger one, the mint edition. I haven't taken the plastic off. The mint edition, I'm looking forward to using these colors in the springtime, so that will be awesome. And then I've got 3 of these little guys, the skinny eyeshadow palettes. So 2 that I have not used yet is this one, name is Plum Skinny, of course, sounds like it makes sense. And then there's the Navy Skinny that I also have not used yet. There it is. And the one I have used and actually took on my latest trip to Guatemala is the Nudes, which I quite liked it. I used this color, this color, this color, this color, and I'm not sure if I dipped into those, but it was quite a nice palette. I used it 3 or 4 times. I actually brought these 2, and this Lorac Skinny is the one I used. Then I have a couple of Buxom palettes. There's Dolly, right? Dolly's Wild Side, pardon me. This is my preference out of the 2, and it was buy one, get one free from Ulta. So I grabbed this one as well, which is the Suede palette, and apart from this color, the rest I find really boring, but it is pretty good as base colors for different looks. So this is a palette I can go to for including some basics as a base for different color types. Oh, one I forgot from Tarte, shoot. This one I absolutely love. Hopefully I'm not blinding you, sorry. I absolutely love. All the colors in here are great, and I do reach for it on a regular basis. At one point I was reaching for it so much I had to put it away because it was getting ridiculous. Next I have one single Kat Von D palette, and I have not touched it yet. I was waiting for spring. I didn't feel like these were all that much of winter colors, but my goodness, I am going to be digging into this like mad. I can't wait. The one and only ColourPop Semi-Precious, and the reason I picked that up, it was a great deal, and I didn't have anything from ColourPop, and folks who have ColourPop were also saying that they were pretty unique. So looking forward to digging into these, and I think that they might actually be a good complement to the Kat Von D pastels, so we'll see. We'll see how those go. And I could not resist when I saw it was available, the Masquerade palette. I mean, you can do just about everything with this palette. I just love the idea of using these colors, and again, very vibrant. So that will be a palette that I'm going to give myself as homework for a given period of time as well, for sure. Actually, on this one, I'm going to put the plastic back in. All right, now a couple from Too Faced. Here is the sweet, is it, no, Just Peachy mattes. Out of the two that I have, I think this is my preferred, but I want to do, again, a few weeks of just Too Faced, so I'll be digging into this one and this one. They do smell quite nice. And though this one is the one that excites me the most, this is probably the one that I'll end up getting the most use out of, just because of the variety of colors. But you know what the problem with this? I absolutely hate, just me, just my opinion, I hate this packaging. Like, I don't mind the Naked palette packaging, but for some reason, the chocolate bar packaging and the peach packaging, I really don't like. I really appreciate the new packaging that Too Faced has come out with, and now they're re-releasing some of their old goodies with this packaging, and I think that's a really good move. The next one is one from Anastasia. I really love Anastasia shadows, and believe it or not, I absolutely, now this is the only palette I have so far. I love the Subculture palette. I think it is the bomb. It is fantastic. Every single one of the looks I've done with this palette has been amazing, and I have to tell you, if I had to get rid of a bunch of my eyeshadows, this palette would absolutely have to stay. I don't know if it would end up being my #1 ride or die go-to, because of the fact that I would like some more neutrals, but boy, it's stinking awesome. And I almost dropped it. Okay, a couple of palettes that I have from Smashbox. I have the Matte Exposure palette. I do love that these come, oops, sorry, that these come with a brush. I think that's fabulous, just like the Naked palettes. It's really helpful. And I also have the Shape Matters palette. And this is one that I'm really looking forward to using on my next business trip in the early fall. I think that that is going to be perfect. I can't wait to try just using the brow products, the face products, and the eyeshadows all in one go. Plastic, plastic, plastic. Okay. And finally, the big mammoth of a palette at the back. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I have to admit, I have not used it a whole lot. I've done a couple of, oops, do it this way. I've done a couple of looks with this palette, but what really excites me is this orange over here, but I've, for some reason, mostly used the greens and blues in that corner. Probably just that punch of color that's attracting me. But that is the Jaclyn Hill palette. And quickly, going into drugstore, I have a couple of the Physicians Formula palettes. This one is great just as a really sparkly palette. I also have this one, the Nudes palette. A couple of the shimmery pinks in here are quite nice. These are nice to bring traveling because there's quite a selection and it's a small palette. I have three. These are the palettes, 3 CoverGirl palettes. These are the palettes that convinced me to get the Naked series because I quite enjoyed the shades, and they are pretty much dupes for the Naked palettes. And I thought if I end up really liking these, then I should try for the wider array of colors, and I have not been disappointed. And this is the one I've used the most. Actually, when I realized that I was no longer allergic to makeup, this is the first one I bought, and you can see the serious digging into the various colors. When I'm traveling, if I do want the naked palette feel, I will bring these traveling, and they have not disappointed me whatsoever. I also have 3 Sephora palettes that I consider drugstore because the price was right. So this is the very spring type, so what's it called? Sun bleach filter. Yeah, pretty much spring type colors. The vintage filter, more like fall, I guess, color, deeper, cooler tones. And I really love, by the way, the packaging on these. I would never ever hesitate to bring them traveling. And then the overcast filter, which to me is some more winter colors, except for that really kind of yellowy color. And I've used all 3, and I've liked all 3. I just don't find I reach for them that much, and I really need to give them a little bit more attention. And I think that these are also a good idea for travel, to be able to bring them along. There's my palette collection in all its glory. I hope you enjoyed that little tour, and that it'll give you some context for some of the updates I will be offering on the various brands that I am trying for a period of between 1 week and 1 month, depending on how many products I have from a given brand, with the lead being eyeshadows. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun, and if you have any comments or thoughts, please leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you. Bye.